You guys, I got a little coffee in my cup. I am so excited about tonight because this is the last episode of season 3. You guys, we made it to episode 10 of season 3. This season has been all about our journey to self-discovery, which is a journey back to yourself, self-love, all of those things, which is a never-ending journey. It is ever evolving. We're always growing. We're always learning something new. We're always going into new versions of ourselves. We're willing to unlearn some things so that we can relearn some new things. We are trying to move up in our lives. We're going to new levels. And with that, we have to understand in this time of self-discovery and doing a lot of self-reflection, we understand now that in order to move to those new levels, to get those things that we want, everything must go. What is everything? Those things that no longer serve a purpose in our lives, or those people that no longer serve a purpose. And knowing that everything must go, if you've ever tried, and I know that I have and I still am, letting go is one of the hardest things to do in life, because when you get so used to a thing and you get so accustomed to a thing or a person, it's hard to let go even completely because you've gotten so comfortable. When you see where it's time to grow and it's time to reach new levels in your life, letting go is the hardest thing to do. But letting go is also the best and the most rewarding thing to do, because when you let go of old things, you're making room for new things to come into your life. So this weekend I was at a friend's house and we were watching my 600-pound life. And if you haven't seen that before, it is very, very moving. It's emotional. But this past weekend, I did watch one of the episodes, and this woman, she weighed about almost 400 pounds. And she had been big most of her life, but she had started gaining most of her weight in her, I believe she said her 20s. And from the outside looking in, you see these people and you're like, okay, you're gaining all this weight. It's obviously not healthy for you. At what point do you put down the burger? At what point do you put down the fries, the sodas? Like, at what point do you realize a lot of the weight is coming from what I'm eating, what I'm drinking? But this one lady, it touched me. She admitted to herself that a lot of the weight that she put on was not just weight from her physical body. There were a lot of things in her life that have been weighing on her since she was a little girl. She told some of the stories about how as a child she was bullied a lot in school. And then she talked about a traumatic experience that she had with a family member that had molested her. So just so many things that she was carrying, and she was just carrying all of this dead weight, including the weight, the pounds that she put on over the years. And in her confessional, she said, it is time. It's time. I want to lose this weight. It's time for this weight to be lifted. I no longer want this weight. But it's not just my physical weight that I am ready to let go of, but it's everything in my past that I've been holding on to. I'm ready to let it go. Just let all this weight, everything fall off. I want no more parts of it. And she said that she would not feel good completely with her weight loss until she also let go of the things of her past that she's been holding on to. I thought that was so amazing how she was able to see that and admit that the weight wasn't just her physical, but it was her mental, it was her emotional, it was all of those things that made up who she is and was in that moment. And I really felt that. I really understood that, because there are a lot of things that we do hold on to simply because they've been there for the longest. But I've always believed that no matter when something happened, it could have happened a long time ago. But when we haven't let go of it, it still remains fresh as if it happened yesterday. But it's time to recognize that everything must go. Things that no longer serve us, things that no longer have a place in our lives, things that stop us from being able to grow and to reach our fullest potential. We're in that season, and in the season of self-discovery and wanting to become a better version of yourself, everything must go, leaving those things behind, and being honest with you, it won't be easy, and it will not happen overnight. It won't happen in a few weeks. It may not even happen in a few months, but with time and understanding and taking the steps as we've discussed in this season, you can get through it. It'll happen. As you let go, you're making room for new things that are to fill a purpose in your life, to come into your life. When you learn to let go of those things or those people that have done wrong to you, you're allowing yourself to grow. You're giving yourself the chance to do better in the future. The other day, I called myself trying to clean out one of my closets that have so much stuff. I have so many clothes and shoes. Half of these shoes, or more than half of the shoes, I don't even wear anymore. They're not my style anymore. And then I have these clothes, just so much stuff. And I know we can all look at our own homes, and most of us have these certain rooms that are designated just for your clutter or just for a bunch of stuff, right? But we continue to buy, we continue to kind of multiply on everything that we have, not really getting rid and looking at what's old, what needs to go out. So I call myself trying to declutter my closet, and I'm looking at these shoes that I haven't worn in forever, but a lot of them still look new. So I'm looking and I'm like, I don't know if I want to let these go. Like, I got this one shirt that this might go with, or I got these pants that might look cute with that. And then I have some pants. I'm like, I know I can't wear them no more. I've gained some weight since I last wore those. But if I focus and lose the weight, I can get back in them. Every time you clean up things and you see these old things that you haven't seen in a while, you convince yourself that you need it, and you'll find purpose for it. But here's the thing about that. In life, things that used to serve a purpose, things that looked really nice at one point, things that made us feel good at one point, when they no longer serve a purpose in our lives, there can be danger when we kind of try to sit it up on the shelf and keep it at arm's length, just in case we might go back to it. If it no longer serves a purpose in your life, why do we hold on to it? We end up giving away hardly nothing to hold on to everything. Your home, your house, those rooms are really a reflection of this house. Your house, you as a person, your house on the inside is like that as well. There are different compartments of you that are just cluttered, that you haven't touched, that you don't want to touch. And it just builds and it stacks and it builds and it builds on top of each other until you have no more room, and you just explode with so much that you've never let go of, so much anger, so much tension, all because you don't want to let go. When I sat and I thought about that, I was like, wow. This is a reflection. It's really easy to organize your clutter to not make it look so bad. It's the same thing as letting it sit and look crazy, because it's still, in essence, things that you're holding on to that you no longer need. It's all clutter. And while we love to declutter our homes, it's also important to declutter this home, because this is where you live. This is who you are. Letting go is the hardest thing to do. And a lot of times it's so easy to talk about letting go, but actually making those steps, those movements to let go, it's very difficult, but it's not impossible. It can be done. And it's very, very important that you respect your journey, not only respecting your journey, but respecting the journey of those that you love. If you were a person that was in a very difficult relationship and you made it out, and then you see someone close to you that's going through the same thing, in the thick of it, in that moment, you're looking at them like, oh my God, why don't you leave? But a lot of times in this journey of self-discovery, you need not only to be patient with yourself, but be patient with those that you love, because everybody's journey is different and it happens at different times. Whenever I'm encouraging a close friend of mine who comes to me for advice, I go back to the time where I was where they are, and it helps me to be a little bit more understanding and to be careful also with what I say. Be patient with your journey, be patient with yourself, be patient with those that you love, because it is a process and it does take time. Your journey is yours. A lot of us have people, we have friendships, jobs, things that we held on for so long out of comfort. In different phases of my life, there are some friends that I was close, and I mean close with, that as I was journeying through and reaching new levels in my life, we're not as close as we used to be. And when you're friends with somebody for such a long time, you can never imagine being without them. Letting go of friendships is hard, but a lot of times when you're reaching new levels in your life, everybody can't come with you. And unfortunately, When you're going up, a lot of people fall off. We live in a world surrounded mostly by traditional thinkers. Graduate from high school, you go to college, you get your degree, and you hope to work in that field. But unfortunately, that doesn't happen for a lot of college students. You end up at a corporate job or wherever you are. And in traditional thinking, we're taught that you stay on a job for so many years until you reach retirement. Then once you retire, then you can live. It's finally your time. When you reach 50 or 60, whatever the new retirement age is, and you finally can live your life, you can finally be free. I'm not a traditional thinker. I've never been a traditional thinker. I want to encourage you on this journey. Whatever it is now in this moment in your life that you want to do, look at those things and then map out a plan. How can I do these things now? What can I work on now? You don't have to wait till the end to enjoy life. You can enjoy it now. Yes, in life, you got to do some things you don't want to do to get what you want, right? Be persistent. And in your persistence, be patient. We live in an era now where being able to chase your dreams and do what you want to do is literally at your fingertips. Everything you need is on that phone. Anything you need, you can look it up, you can find your answers. But whatever it is that you desire to do and you believe first that you can do it, do that. But in order to do that, everything must go. The opinions of other people and how they look at you must go. There is no way you can strive to do exactly what you want to do when you're too fixed on what other people think about you. People will always have an opinion about you, especially when you're making moves, but you can't be afraid of those things. Opinions must go. So I want to leave this off with saying that I wholeheartedly believe that God will never keep you in something that takes you further away from yourself or that takes you further away from Him. When you slowly shed those things that no longer serve a purpose in your life, things really do start to align slowly but surely. When you let go of those people that no longer serve a purpose in your life, those friendships, dead-end jobs, when you let go of those things, you're making room for new life. I really hope that you guys have enjoyed this season. Season 4 is going to be even better. In the meantime, I am going to be doing some shorts, little nuggets, maybe some Monday motivation. Hopefully you guys will like that in between time. Again, thank y'all so much for however you came to find me. I really do appreciate you guys sticking it out with me for season 3. It has been amazing. And I want to end it off by saying, if nobody has told you today, I love you. And I'm so happy to have you guys. We're doing this thing. We're claiming it. We're going to have everything that we've ever prayed for, everything that we've ever wanted. We're going to have it. We're claiming it. We're working towards it. We're working hard. We're doing the work. We're cleaning house, right? We're doing what we have to do. So thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in a few weeks right here, Trish Talk Tuesdays. Love y'all. Sending hugs, virtual hugs. Thank you so much. Bye.